What is up, everybody? It's Reverse here today. So apparently, Sony has acquired a new studio called Nixxes Software, and they are specifically known for doing like PC ports as well. The most famous one they're doing is like the Tomb Raider games to PC, the Deus Ex games, and people have been speculating that Sony bought this studio so they can make porting a lot of these PlayStation games to PC a lot easier. Or even some people have speculated that they're gonna port some of these older PlayStation games to the current PlayStation Store right now, so you can play those games a lot easier. So who knows? It's definitely interesting to see where they go with this from now on. But um, it's pretty cool that they got this. If they are doing a whole thing to make their games go to PC, I think that's pretty smart. So the main teams don't work on these PC ports. So if you're a PC gamer, this is probably great news to you. But since I don't really care about PC gaming, I'm mainly a console gamer. I don't really care about this news whatsoever. But pretty cool, nonetheless. Regardless, if you are a PC gamer, you get that more PlayStation exclusives on your PC platform. So let's see. Maybe they can port some of Sony's classics from PS1 to PS3 to PS5 with higher res/FPS and trophy support. Don't do that. Don't give me hope. I would love that, but something tells me that they're porting it would be games for PC. This is kind of what I'm thinking, that it'll be PC porting team that would allow the main studios to focus on their next games. Resistance, Killzone 2, and Bloodborne for PC, please. A lot of people want that Bloodborne game for PC. I don't think PC is the focus for Sony until Sony has their own brand of store on the PC. It's not that profitable for them to do so. I think the titles they have done so far were strategic to convince PC only players to the PS5. PC players can also play on PS Now, which Sony would probably rather you play there in their ecosystem. I don't know. I mean, they did make a lot of money with that Horizon Forbidden Dawn game. Like, it was one report they made like over 250% return on investment. So they are definitely making money off those PC ports. So I don't think they're trying to end that PC thing anytime soon. They want to keep growing that PC market. Um, we'll see. It's pure speculation at this point, but I see the opposite. I think PC will be very profitable for them. They will continue putting more based on what they have said to themselves. Was the return of investment of Horizon Zero Dawn on PC like 250%? That looks very profitable. As I said in another comment, the risk of distracting people from getting PS5 and being a majority is far less profitable than putting games on PC. Sony can make Jack S on Horizon. The point of exclusives is to attract people to their console. Become part of the ecosystem of buying a majority of your games on there. For example, let's say 100% of people play Fortnite on PS5. This means Sony gets 30% of Fortnite's earnings without having to lift a finger. The 30% from the single game alone could be higher than one of their game's entire sales. But I'm not going to read all this. It's a long paragraph right here. It's actually pretty profitable for Sony. It's basically a ton of extra sales. They do have to give Steam a cut, but overall, games like Horizon sold very well on PC. I think that Sony might eventually want to make some sort of store on PC, but to do that, you need games perhaps in the future, but not now. There's no reason not to keep doing this in the future, which is why it would make sense to acquire a studio to do ports. So a lot of people were like really angry that Sony would start putting their games on PC, but to me, I mean, it only makes sense if they're making that much money off the PC ports. It only makes sense for them to do so. But a lot of the old console fanboys, they are very upset that Sony is putting their games to PC, which I don't see why it's a bad thing. More people getting to play their games, but some people are definitely not okay with them putting their games to PC. So that is that out there. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for as well. I'm sure they will be doing a lot of PC porting, which is fine too. Higher quality PC ports is a good thing for PS5 players as well. How is it good for PS5 players? Theoretically, it could mean higher sales on PC, which means more money to Sony equals higher budget games. How is it bad? Bluepoint, am I a joke to you? Bluepoint equals console remake, Nixxes equals PC port, win-win. Has anyone ever noticed that Sony only makes announcements on Tuesdays or Thursdays? What the F? I honestly didn't expect those. Considering the profits to be had on PC ports, it makes sense. It makes sense in my opinion. Plus, why would you want to burden your main teams with PC versions when they could be focused on the console? I really love the idea that first party focuses on PlayStation to use systems to its full capabilities, and then port studios to do the majority of the PC ports. A lot of Square Enix titles I see. Why would they acquire a studio just for that? They did a few ports to PS4 too, because That way, the main studios won't waste time on porting games to PC. They mostly don't. Horizon wasn't. It was contracted out. They wouldn't acquire a studio just to port games to PC. Nixxes was hiring for a creative director a while back, so they aren't just a PC port studio. Okay, so we're gonna conclude it right here. It seems like they required the studio to port a lot of these games to PC. That's what it seems like to me. That's what most people are speculating. So that might be why they bought the studio. But we'll see. Like down the road, we'll see. But yeah, they have a history of porting games to PC, so that might be the direction they're going. Make this new company port the games to PC, and then make their main studios just focus on making, I guess, newer exclusives. So that's the conclusion of this video. Difference your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you like this video. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.